Hey guys, good evening. I believe we are live. Let me know if you can hear me properly. I'm on the airport and right here. I'm here right here in Longgang, here in Shenzhen. And I thought I'd fire up the camera this evening to just you know have a bit of a meet and greet. I see that Jay in SA is in the house. Welcome, Mr. Eric. How are you? Yeah. So today, basically, I wanted to based on my stream before, I wanted to bring you guys around to show my neighborhood, but I didn't get a chance to do that in the past weekend. So I thought I would do it a partial of it today, not the full orientation, but just a bit of it because today I sort of walked around this area. It's not exactly the hey Nicole, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. So yeah, I wanted to just touch base because there's been a lot going on, um, as well as for myself. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to the Singapore Consulate General in Guangzhou to get my passport. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Previously, they told me that it will require about 4 to 6 weeks waiting time to get the passport, and exactly tomorrow would be, or rather today, it arrived today. It's the fifth week, and I sort of had in the spidey senses that I would get the passport, this week. And indeed, Tuesday, or rather Wednesday, right? Wednesday it arrived, but they informed me a little bit too late. When I got the call, it was about 4:45 p.m. in the evening, and they close at 5 p.m. and it takes about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get by car from where I am to Guangzhou. So even if I was Superman, I wasn't gonna make it. So anyway, yeah. So tomorrow I'll be going first thing in the morning. So it won't be this won't be too long of a stream because I got to basically get my rest. Hopefully before around midnight, and let's just do an hour together. And once we talk a little bit, I will bring you guys to walk this particular stretch and get back to where I stay. So yeah, it's been quite a week so far. I was setting up my office here in Longgang. So for those of you who are not aware, I moved to Longgang over here, and I set up my office, which was part of the requirements for me to get my working visa. So that's in place. Office was set up, tenancy agreement done. Um, so what's left of the puzzle is for me to get my passport going and apply for the rest of the stuff that needs to be done. So yeah, like I said before, in my previous stream, I was feeling bullish about my prospects, and although it was a little bit jittery, and again, like I said, the we're not at the finish line yet, so there's no way I'm going to be celebrating or making any conclusion that I'll be staying here. But when you know you got a good chance, then you sort of work towards that. So yeah, thanks for you guys to join the stream. And yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about the situation in terms of what's going on the past couple of days in terms of the news in China, a little bit about people are getting some announcements on Douyin and on WeChat groups that the Chinese government is advising the citizens to stock up on essentials for the winter. And that obviously led to many speculations, and even my friends in Singapore even got the message, right? They got the memo. And I'm actually just beside a construction site. So these are all like big truckers. Yeah, there you go. The cement truck coming up. There you go. So right. So yeah. So there was some announcements about stocking up on your essentials for the winter, and people are making some speculation, and they were asking me for my opinions, and I was saying that, let's not speculate. The last thing we need is more speculation. Let's just bear witness to what is going to happen, right? Um, so so I don't really have too much to say about that, other than, if you really put your mind to it, the winter is coming, and we all know that the virus is more prevalent in colder temperatures, as well as there is, recent cases like in Beijing, like in Shanghai Disneyland, where they closed the Disneyland off, and they did the checks for the customers who came to Disneyland. And there are pockets of cases here and there still that we don't really have all the updated information. But for a place as big as China, it is still considered indeed very much under control. But anything that's under control can be quickly. Hey Ziff, how are you doing, man? Saw your messages. Thanks. Work in progress. Welcome to the stream, and Adrian as well. Welcome. Yeah. So things that are in control can spiral out of control at any point in time, as we all know in life, right? Nothing is for sure. So, and it's in line with the latest news reporting of how China is going to be adamant and insisting on its zero COVID policy. So, if that's the case, and knowing that come winter time the virus is more prevalent, then it only makes sense. It only makes sense that, since we already are seeing some cases like in Beijing and in Shanghai where the virus is moving around, that possible lockdowns might be something that is not impossible in China in the coming months, right? So just I guess it's a bit of a community awareness, right? Keeping your stuff stocked up, and it's always good, right? It's always good to have preparations. So I think, besides that, don't I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out. There's no need to. The last thing we need is to speculate on what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. So like I said, I'm gonna. So behind me is actually this construction site. Okay. They are obviously building more buildings, more residential area. And this area that I'm in right now is in Longgang, right? It's basically my playground, so to speak, because I was here back in the day when I was doing my factory production. Although the factory that I'm working with now has moved, not in this area, but so yeah. So it's kind of to me, it's kind of like a deja vu, that the place that I was before, that I never thought I would come back again, I'm actually staying here right now. So that's a little bit of you never know. You never know where life takes you, and where you have been before would actually come back to replay in your life. So yeah, so now I'm gonna just take a bit of a walk back. I think once we do that, it's about maybe less than 30 minutes. We will get back to my location. And if there's any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section, and I will, do my best to answer. But in the meantime, we'll do this a bit of a walk and talk, and show you guys the environment that I'm in. Love the moo. This is a moo barbecue. Love that. So yeah. Hey Albert, is Albert in the house? Albert Wee? Yeah. Well. All right. So this is an eatery area, right? You can see that there are people enjoying their supper. I would think supper. All right, over here behind me, there's a supper, right? So yeah, it's a little bit quiet, I would say. I would say that the feeling I get is that there's not much, customers in this area, as you can see. This shop here is like two customers inside, and yeah, it's a pretty quiet street, pretty quiet. A stark contrast to the blitz and, you know, glitz of where I'm staying on the other side, where you have the big malls and stuff like that. So we'll do that in the next time, but not today, because today where I'm walking towards brings us to a overhead bridge, and after that, that leads directly to where I'm staying. So I'm going to end the stream once I get home and get some rest. Otherwise, I won't have enough 精神, right? Not enough spirits to get up tomorrow morning and start the journey at 6:30 a.m. to reach Guangzhou by 8:30 when they open up the doors at the consulate to get my passport. And then I got to like sort of come right back here and update my status with the police, because whenever you move your location, right, you have got to report that to the police station within 24 hours as a foreigner if you have a temporary residence in China. So for example, when I was in Luohu, obviously I got myself registered there, and I got all they call it the 街道办. So the police station knows my whereabouts, where I'm staying. And that's also important for me when I was doing my driver's license, that the driving department knows my whereabouts. Should there be any accident or any fine, they know how to reach me to get me the summons, right? So yeah, so I have not yet well, I was missing my passport. So without my passport, the police station was unable to give me a full documentation of my temporary stay. So what I need to do now is, once I get my passport, I got to go back to the same police station and obviously update with their system, and then I'm all set, right? So yeah. So as you can see here, this street here, it's pretty quiet. You know, there's some hotels. There's a hotel behind me there. All right, and basically the folks of the Meituan, right? They are the delivery folks. They get your food delivered to you. They're waiting for their orders, and yeah, there's like, I don't know, there's noodle places, soup places, barbecue places. Yeah, so exactly it. Hey Albert, so you, yeah, saw your messages, saw your comment. All right. So in fact, like I said, dead ahead, right? Dead ahead is where I'm heading, and we'll make a right. We'll make a right, and then that will lead us to the overhead bridge, and pass a bit of a small canal and a running area, which I actually found. I found my running. So see, guys, the kind of food. So yeah, I actually found my running area for the next couple of months that I'm going to be staying here. So I found my running area that's important. So it's going to be this little track along the canal, and that's going to be where I'm going to be start my running. Many places to eat around there. Is this a main area? No, it's not, Nicole. Um, this area is like you can see, it's pretty quiet. You see, right? I'm not talking, so it's quiet, right? It's a quiet place. It's very quiet indeed. So it's not a main area. Hey Bernard, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I just thought I fired up the camera and give you guys a bit of an update, like I said before. And once I get my passport, I would probably do another stream in the next few days in the weekend, and I'll show you guys the other side of where I'm staying, which is very different from here, right? Over here is a bit of like still the old feeling, when I was in this area having my factory activities. Although it's sort of renovated, you can see the pavement, right? They're making the pavement. So it's not exactly all old, but sort of like some old new or new old, right? So yeah, let's see. Hi, Sky. And what is Eric saying? Quiet place with many eateries. That's weird. How do they attract customers? I would think that the customers are all the people staying around here, right? The people who are staying around here, and that's it, man. And myself, I just had some food as well. So, what do you mean? Oh, no idea there. Jay is asking, was the Bond movie good? Well, for me, I can never really fully grasp the Bond stories. I'm always like in a daze. I'm not sure what's going on. All I know is that the villains always get to appear like midway through the movie, or rather, the villains do very little. Yeah, the villains actually do very little, right? Except for a few of them. And in the end, Bond saves the day, I guess. So that's pretty much what it is. It's a movie. It's something that you can go in, unwind, de-stress, and that's what a movie is all about. And a lot of the times, the stuff in the movie should not be replicated in real life because otherwise, we'll be in real jeopardy. All right, guys. Any questions for me? Because I'm gonna be, walking this way, and pretty soon, like I said, I think I should be reaching home by the next 10 minutes. And like I said, I have a early morning tomorrow. Got to get myself some rest. Um, yeah, that's the main thing. But I thought I would just share with you guys this area here because I was supposed to do a sharing, a walk and talk in the weekend, but too much going on. There was too much going on for me. A lot of setup stuff. In fact, I found my office in the weekend. I actually found my office on a Saturday morning. I was just walking around my neighborhood, and I sort of felt that this could be a location for an office. And in fact, where I'm staying, just opposite, is the Crown Plaza Hotel. And indeed, there was a building that housed a business center. And that's when I was able to find my office because the minimum size of offices here, the minimum is about 100 square meters. And each square meter, the rental price is about 70 to 75 RMB, which means that the smallest unit of an office I have to pay 7,000 RMB. That's about 1,000 US. Okay, and I don't need to incur myself such expenses. So I got myself a little space. I think that space is about, I don't know, 20, about 20 or 25. Yeah, 20 square meters. And the rental is 2,100 RMB. So that's what I need. A little place, just to, again, why do I need the office? Because it is required as part of the work visa that you get an office space. And it is not just an office that you say that is an office, or rather you pretend that you have an office, or you put an address just to deliver, uh, submit, right? You don't just like get an office space, or rather an office address. That address could be the accountant's address, right? So you pass off your office as the accountant's address. No, you can't do that because they will actually. Um, I think it's random, but you don't want to leave it to chance. They actually, would come to the office to check exactly there is an office. So with that in mind, I had to get this little office so that there's peace of mind that everything is done according to the book. We're not doing any fraudulent activities, or we're not trying to deceive anybody, right? So I'm really, I mean, I'm here because I'm really doing stuff. So I guess setting up this entire office thing could be like a start to, what you might call it, getting things done more. As you can see, okay, so as you can see, my background over, let's see, there, yeah, that yellow illumination is another hotel. Yeah, it's called the AHAO Ahao Hotel. Kind of strange name. So as I was saying, let's see. Let me just. Okay, what's the process to get the work visa? The process is both complicated and simple. Oxymoron, but that's true because it involves many steps, which are simple steps. But if you don't understand it, then it becomes complicated, right? And that is the gist of my experience so far getting this work visa, because there's a lot of it that they don't tell you up front. Again, they are not here to help you. The immigration office is not here to help the foreigner. The foreigner has to help himself by finding out exactly what is required. And there are agencies, businesses that actually do this kind of visas for foreigners. The thing is that they charge a fee. And the thing is that from my experience so far, various agencies have also a difference of opinions, or how they think it should be done varies from agency to agency. So it's kind of, that's where it gets complicated, right? By the end of the day, it is not as complicated if you know the steps, which means that you have to get that particular list of things that the immigration has put out for you to, like a checklist. It's like a checklist, right? You each what's the word I'm looking for? Each criteria gets a point. Even your age is a point, right? I'm at an age that has the highest points allocated to the age, which means that if you're too young or too old, you fall on either side of the highest points, right? So you get your age, you get your educational qualification, you get your which means that if you have like higher degrees and doctorates, you get more points. If you don't have the university, like myself, you get less points. And then you have the working experience. If you have only like 2 to 3 years working experience, you get less points. If you have, like me, at least 16 years of working experience, you get more points. So there's this particular point system that, again, everything needs documentation. I just can't say that I have a degree. I got to prove it. I got to prove that I have a degree. I got to prove in some way of my working experience. Um, so you get all these things done. You get all these things done, and then at the end of the day, you have to go through the final, which is a health bill of health checkup at the hospital. Um, yeah, I've yet to do that though, so I'll be doing that. And once I do that, I'll update you guys about my health status. It's been a long time since I went to the hospital for a checkup, and I have no idea what you know things that you will find in my body. Hopefully, I'll survive, right? So let's see. Let's see. Humans are crazy being. Stay safe yourself, man. Stay safe. Yeah, the COVID is annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Sorry to be Captain Obvious. All right. I'm just gonna walk my way down here. It's kind of dark. Okay, so I'm gonna now walk up the overhead bridge that I mentioned. Okay, I mentioned that. So yeah, so hopefully you got my answer on that requirements for the work visa. Again, I don't have like the full grasp of it because I'm letting my friend who's the agent sort it out for me, and I'll just do exactly as instructed. She says get her this, I get her that. She says go for this, I go and do that. So it's as simple as that. All right. So if everything again, if all the stars align for me, I should be able to get it processed in the next 7 working days. So guys, here is what I talked about. See the guy running there? So this will be my running path that I found. See the canal, a bit of a water body there. So this is where I'm going to work out, going to do my runs. All right. So we just came from over there. Obviously, you can see the residential houses, apartments, and those dining areas would be catering for people living here, right? So not to worry. And the straight ahead there is the subway station. You see the white lights on the horizon, on the elevated, that's the station. So it's actually pretty convenient, right? Pretty convenient. It's a very, very convenient location, and I'm just amazed at how they developed this place from virtually nothing when I first saw it back in 2007, right? 2007, yeah. This place is nothing, right? But check it out now. You got. It's as if this looks as if like Singapore, right? If I were to say I'm in Singapore now, you wouldn't not believe it, right? And look how far the road stretches from one side to the other side. So that is the vast area, right? Mark asked about the area. So the area here is called Longgang, right? Dragon, Long, Dragon, Gang. I'm not sure what is Gang translated in English, but okay. I'm back already. Back from where? I've never left. But if you're saying I'm back, not yet. I'm going to be heading out to Guangzhou tomorrow, and then I'll come back from Guangzhou tomorrow afternoon. What is the burden, Henry? Singapore weather is not so nice compared to Shenzhen now. Sky mentions. Oh, so the subway station is on the Shenzhen Metro Line 3, right? Line 3. And Longgang is the entire area, right? The entire area is Longgang. The station each have its own name, and there is no station name called Longgang, but there is station names called Henggang, as well as Shuanglong and all these things. So, yeah, hopefully that clarifies it. You can just Google it. You can Google Shenzhen Metro and look for Line 3. Then you'll see the entire map. And I'm just staying over here, right? This row of lights is actually the building that I'm staying. All right, I just basically just walk across to sort of check out what's on the other side, because on my side here, let's see over there. There you go. that's where I would actually have my meals and stuff because it's obviously much nearer. Actually, Longgang is in Shenzhen, right? It's Shenzhen is a very very big place, and Longgang is inclusive of Shenzhen. It's just that Longgang is not in the Luowu area, and the Luowu area, or rather, even the Luowu areas now is not as posh compared to the Nanshan, right? For those of you guys who follows Daniel Dumbrill, his pub is in Nanshan, and that is a more upscale area. And I was actually there yesterday because I was in the IKEA furniture mall located in Nanshan. I was picking up some small furniture for my place, and that is definitely much more up class and much more expensive. And Longgang over here is on the outskirts, so to speak, right? In fact, the outskirts would start somewhere from Puji for those who are familiar with Shenzhen. So yeah. Oh, so close. I'm in Longgang. Which part of Longgang? I'm over here in over on my outside to the right, wrong to the left. It's Wanke Vanke 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 Wanke. So it's near the Longcheng Guangchang station. So are you near that? All right, Jay. Talk to you in a bit. Thanks for joining. Nanshan is better. Well, to each his own, right? To each his own. Uh, yes, one curly is just in my is behind there, and that's where I watched the Bond movie. Yeah, one curly. It's quite a fascinating mall. It's sort of like open air. It's not enclosed. It's open air mall, and yeah, they got some pigeon feeding area. So yeah. So guys, this is my, if you can see it, that's the building that I'm staying. All right, I'm on the 40th floor, so you get a nice view of the, what do you call it, the street level. Well, it's dark because we are on the the back side of a building. So on the back side, let me just show you the front side, right? So you guys know it's not as dark. Okay, so normally if you have a like apartment, and you have the garden area, the back door, the back gate, that's always dark, isn't it? But if you go about the front, then obviously it's much brighter. So I can show you the front. Was the Singaporeans speak bad English and bad Mandarin? Wow, really? Okay. My English is not the best, and my Mandarin is definitely not anywhere near good. So I don't disagree. I don't disagree. All right. So if you want to look at brighter conditions, then you can see over here. Right. You can see over here. Right. So as you can see now, it's much brighter, isn't it? You got street lamps, right? Street lamps, right? You got a whole row of illumination, right? So this is the front of the building. Okay, so it's not as dark, but because we were walking on the back gate, why it felt darker. But It's all good. It's all good, right? It's all good. You can see the street, so it's all good. How much is rent there? I think I mentioned it. This is 2,800. Somebody mentioned it's about 140 Aussie dollars a week before. Try to understand your English. Good English. What's good English? Anyway, yeah. So I'm actually overdressed because this morning I came out. It was kind of chilly. That's why I wore this a bit of a long sleeve thing. But it's actually not as cold at all. It's not even cold. I could be better off in a t-shirt. But because I was out and about early this morning, that's why it felt a bit chilly. Yeah. So there you go, guys. You see the purple lettering? It says Crown Plaza. You see that? Yeah. So the Crown Plaza is just across the road. Hey, Ting Wang. I'm never a fan of Singlish actually. Never a fan. Let me get a drink. I'm a bit parched. Let me get a. Should I get an ice cream or should I get a drink? Should I get an ice cream or should I get a drink? Let me know. Whoops. Sort of step there. Drink. Beer. All right, so we got some ice cream there. Let's see. Nah, it's not too much. Let's grab a drink. Oh, there's actually more. There's actually more ice cream here. All right, let's grab both. Let's grab a ice cream first. I like this. All right, I'm gonna grab this. Okay, hold on. I'm just getting my QR code for them to scan. There you go. Yeah. All right. So it says there you go. It's 5 RMB for the ice cream. 你想可以帮我开一下吗？谢谢啊，谢谢你啊，谢谢。All right, guys. I always enjoy an ice cream. Hmm, it's good. Let me sit down. There we go. There we go. It's good. I like it when there's a crust on the outside, and then inside and stuff like that. It's good. Oops. This table is it's not steady, man. It's not good. Oh, taste is good. It's very good. Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah. So guys, I'm actually very. I'm counting my lucky stars that I'm in this position where generally things have worked out for me, even though it has not worked out for me. How do I say that? Because in terms of my business, this year has been a total uh, should I use the word shit show, right? It's not doing well at all. Mainly because the factory is just giving me shit, and I kind of, I was. I mean, if I was being honest, and I'm being honest, I was about to whack somebody. I was so pissed off. Yeah, but of course you can't settle things with violence, right? You can't settle things with violence. Egg yolk and ice. No, it's not egg yolk at all. It's that part where you saw it was yellow. It was lemon, the lemon icicle, and then now it's strawberry. So as I was saying, yeah, very very pissed off with uh with the factory that was doing my stuff. You know, but like I said, in the event of things not working out, things worked out. So I think that sort of applies to life. That if we feel that things are just not going our way, we must always be alive to the fact or the other things that are going our way, right? If it makes sense. Because things are never just one way down or one way up. Even like I said, even if you are having the best days of your life, right? You should be cautious, right, of when you're gonna hit a storm. Yeah. Yeah, be positive is one thing. The the power of a positive mind is important, but again, there's a fine line between positivity and overconfidence and arrogance. So so let's not go there as well. So we gotta make sure that we know our role, right? Know our role. Yeah. So I mean, I was really really prepared to go back to Hong Kong. Seriously, things were as clear as day for me when I saw what was ahead. And had I not lost my passport, I would be in Hong Kong right now for sure, no questions, because I had no visa at all. The fact that I had this extra time is basically a combination of 57, 57 days, because the first extension when my passport was lost, it was 30 days. And just you know uh in fact, I'll show you guys after the ice cream. I just on the 2nd of November, right, I went to get my so-called extension because the passport has not arrived, and that afforded me another 25 days, right? 25 days. So all in all, 30 plus 25, 50, 55 days. Yeah, 55 days. So let me share. Just gonna put it on the floor for the time being. So they issued me a piece of paper, literally, right? They literally gave me a piece of paper, and see, the paper allowed me to stay for another until November the 27th, right? So yeah, piece of paper, literally a piece of paper. So I'll be processing all the documents here are the stuff to process my work visa, right? You got your office tenancy agreement. You got the office thing, right? You've got the now infamous blue booklet that contains all the company information, right? And yeah, there's a few more stuff, right? So yeah, so I thought I'd just share with you guys this particular thing here. Okay, any final questions, guys? Because I'm going to call it at night. Call it at night very soon. Doxing himself, me? Am I doxing myself? Sorry, I missed you guys in the chat. Sorry if I missed out on your comments. All right. Yeah, I sort of like red, but I guess whatever color that looks good on me, I would go for it. All right. So if there's nothing else, guys, I will bid you guys farewell. I'm gonna, it's almost 4 minutes to midnight. It's a great time to say goodbye, and I will be off to Guangzhou at 6:30 in the morning. So in 6.5 hours time, I'll be off to Guangzhou. That will take me 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, right? No, 2 hours, and yeah, 2.5 hours. So I will be at the consulate by 9 a.m. or before 9 a.m. when they open. I'll get my passport. I will head back to Shenzhen. I will do my stuff that I mentioned before, going to the police station to update my things and basically prepare myself for Friday, where I will actually go to Luowu again to process all the rest of the stuff. And then in the weekend, if there's time, then I will, shoot the live stream again and show you guys the other side of where I'm staying. You have seen the old site, rather the more rural, the more undeveloped area, more like old Chinese area, and then now you'll see the upscale modern areas on the other side. So yeah, hope to bring that to you. And once I have my work pass processed and approved, hopefully in 7 days or 10 working days, then I'll update you again with you guys, and I'll have exactly the information and material to explain fully as to what's going on, because I would have by then gotten things approved. If not, then I'll tell you otherwise. Okay. So last question, did I pay for the visa? Yes, I have to pay 100 RMB. Normally it's 160 RMB for a visa, but this is not exactly a visa, so it's 100 RMB. Okay. All right. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining me in the past hour. All right. And I really appreciate all 50 of you joining me on this bit of a session. I hope that it was enjoyable for you guys as it was for me. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Take care.